I'm not gonna send you a picture, Mike.
All right, we arrived in Houston, Texas. Got a beautiful rainy day. Today's agenda is we're going to go to Colin's house and meet with Kyle, the local contractor here in Houston that's going to help us figure out how we can convert Kyle's shower into a totally handicap accessible. Then, if luck goes the right way, he's in the hospital. We're hoping to go see Kyle, but he's going through, there's some COVID tests going on. It's getting kind of complicated because of the situation he's in. They don't just let anybody in, so we're hoping we get to see him for the first time face to face. Also, with the cutting boards we told you guys about, check out who made the trip with us. Theo. Theo made the trip all the way from Little Rock, Arkansas. Theo is building all these beautiful cutting boards, but I put him up to the task that he can only build so many. So we have about 30 of them that are built. I think we've sold all but about 8, and they're absolutely beautiful. They're a smoking deal that these things should be worth hundreds of dollars, and they're only 150, and it goes to a great cause. Helps 100% of the money goes to Colin. So we're gonna go check out his house and see what we're in for, meet the contractor Kyle, and then we'll take you along for the whole journey for the whole day. So stay tuned. We just landed in Houston, got kind of a rainy day, and we're on our way to see Colin, so let's stay tuned. Guys, this is Theo. He's the one that's been helping us with building all those chopping blocks.
Absolutely, absolutely. I got some good pictures for you. You're gonna be impressed. Some of my best work ever.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I'm excited. We're here. Kyle.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. How are you, man?
Nice
Nice meeting you too. Kyle, I want to introduce you to Theo.
Hey, how are you?
Theo's-
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So Kyle's going to be helping us with all the remodel on everything. So Kyle, show us. He's got a pretty nice sized bathroom already, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a nice sized bathroom, but it's not very functional for him. So he doesn't really have access to get in his wheelchair.
This
inside.
right here, it might as well be this tall because
Yeah.
you can't get a wheelchair.
Yeah.
We got to get that down to
Do
zero.
nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Right now he has to transfer into this chair, and it'd be nice if he could just roll right into the shower in a shower chair, and that's something the VA will help provide for him.
Okay, I know. So you viewers, you've done this before with some people, that when a person transfers from their wheelchair into another chair, there's a huge risk of falling. It's a dangerous move, right? And we're trying to prevent that he'll have a shower chair, something like this. Sometimes they'll have wheels on them that he'll already be in, and be able to wheel right into the shower and out. That's the plan.
Yes, sir.
So one time we talked about tearing out the tub. We don't need the tub anymore, right?
Correct.
And so what are some things that you and Colin have spoken about on the ideas of what the fix would be?
Sure. So we've talked about coming from this wall all the way out, heading your direction, and this could be one massive shower that we've talked about, coming out 4 feet, being 8 feet 9 inches this way. He likes the thought of having the multi-way valve where he can do multiple things at once, or have the regular shower head versus the waterfall versus the hand sprayer. And he likes the linear drain. Now 8'9" is a big space, so we've also talked about putting a cabinet in here that would be about 2 feet.
Like a linen cabinet?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because we don't see one in here at all, do we?
No, there's not, and that's something that they need is more storage, so that would solve that.
That's a great idea, because when we get into the cabinets over here we want to redo, is that we're taking cabinet space for knee space. So all that stuff that you would normally put under a sink is now gone. So we could double that up by stacking it up, because you're right, this is too big of a shower. Are you planning on coming in like you would enter at this end and come this way, and this is where the shower head wall would be?
We would probably enter from this side We'll build a wall right here, and so we'll come in from this side, have all of our shower stuff here.
Oh, I see, okay.
Have a bench at this end for him, have a linear drain. There won't be any type of lip, so he'll be able to go just directly.
Would we do
into
a
the
shower curtain that would keep the water
No,
out?
we're going to do frameless glass.
Okay.
And so this door will pivot, open and closed, and then we'll have a fixed panel right here.
Oh.
That'll help keep the heat inside. So a lot of times people in wheelchairs have problems regulating their temperature, and so trapping the heat in the shower is a helpful thing.
Awesome.
Is the window going to be an issue at all if you're going to expand the shower?
No, it shouldn't be.
It's
We're going to do bottle codes here, and as long as this is opaque like this, it's up to code.
I mean, as far as moisture and exposure to...
I think, is that a worst case, we just tear, if that's wood, we just tear that out. I think it's a clad window, then we just put tile up to it, right? So
Correct.
it doesn't
Yeah.
rot. Right.
Yeah.
We don't want any wood exposed in the shower.
Right. We'll do a concrete board behind all of the tile, and we'll go all the way up to where the window is with the matching tile and make it look like it's always
Okay.
been that way.
So what's nice too, Kyle, what you're doing is this has to look like it's a normal shower. We don't want these to look like it's a hospital room. And you know, for the family, the wife everybody gets to use it, you know, the wife
Correct.
and Kyle. So by you explaining with the glass panels and the door, it looks like a beautiful big shower that anybody would want in their house, and that's the objective and the goal.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
That's the idea of giving him something that he's going to love to use, that he's going to be proud of, that the whole family can use as well, and his wife will enjoy.
Yeah, then if you ever decide to sell a house someday, it's an improvement. I mean, as we get older, there's more and more people wanting to age in place, is what they call it. And this allows, as our population's getting older and older, that's the biggest aging bracket of our population. There's more people over 60 than below it. You need these barrier-free showers. If we can make them barrier-free and get rid of these, I mean, if someone has a broken hip or a knee, they won't let you come home if you can't get your feet off the ground.
Absolutely.
Right, so.
Yeah.
So how do you change the drain? I mean, if it's a link, is it just blend into it? How's that work?
This will blend in right into the new floor height in the shower, but we are going to have to cut the foundation, get underneath the slab level, and then reroute the plumbing to fit in the new spot and be at the new height. Right now, where that P-trap is, it's too high for where our new floors will be.
Okay.
We got to get it lower and then actually pull it over.
So how do you actually take the slab out? I mean, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is. You got to be very tedious. You got to do some concrete cuts, and then if you have, a house that has just rebar in there, it's a lot easier than if you have a house that's built from a tension concept. So you got to make sure you cut it open, and then be careful as you open it up and work around the existing structure that's already present.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I mean, you're coming and saw us making a lot of dust. The family's still living in the house, even though Colin's in the hospital. So that's part of remodeling. It's living
That's
with
part
people.
of it. We got to tear it apart
Yeah.
to make the dream come true.
With the cabinets, so sometimes there's been delays. Are you going to custom make the cabinets, or is this something you can get a box that works? I just don't want to, I'm sure you thought about it, that we don't get into it and say, oh, we're 10 weeks out for a cabinet.
Yeah, so we have thought about that, and we're going to do kind of a combination. If we custom build them and go through the whole paint process, that's gonna take some time. So what we're going to do is use prefab cabinets, and then a local company here has so many options that we can use matching colors, where the storage will match, the vanities will all match, and then we'll have all the pre-finished pieces to build the floating vanity here for Colin.
So it's nice, it'll all be pre-finished, so it's one less step of painting the inside. That helps, because that could take a week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if we can expedite, that's good. So we're thinking of then another new solid surface, new sinks. Be nice if we got the undermount sinks that we were thinking.
Yes, sir.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me now, let's talk about the vanity situation. We have a lot of room to work with.
We do.
So
yeah.
what I've seen too is like what Colin's been doing, Kyle, is they adjust their lifestyle to the house, where the home should be adjusted to them.
Right.
And so you can see he's got a vanity. I don't know how. He has to probably come in and sit sideways to get to the sink, because you can't come in forward and reach.
Correct. Yeah, and you can see evidence of it down here where his chair
Bangs into the woodwork,
scrapes.
right?
He gets as close as he can, and it's not comfortable to lean over the side. Can can be a balance issue as well.
Do we have any idea what the height of the height of his wheelchair is that would require him to slide underneath a vanity like this?
We do. He fits underneath this one right here.
Oh, he did?
And
Okay.
he said if we have just another inch or two,
Okay.
that would really help him. So I think raising this up to a 36-inch height or a 34.5-inch finish instead of 32 would
Give him a
would
little
just be
extra.
This is
ideal
not already
for
36 or
him.
40?
This is probably,
Kinda
what's
feels
that,
taller
30,
to me.
32 maybe?
Yeah,
Let's see.
right now I think it's
Yeah.
32.
32, okay.
32.
So just go up, yeah, 36 is kind of what we try to do on most residential homes, because, you know, people don't want to lean down. But if it gets a little too high, then Colin's feeling like the countertop is above him, it's not comfortable. But that's where
Yes,
you
sir.
measured, and we make it fit perfectly for him. So even for resale, if you're anywhere between that 32 and 36, it's going to be perfect for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where you're saying you're going to fill this in with a cabinet, you're saying? We're
Yes,
going to
sir.
redo this whole thing.
The whole thing, yeah. So this will be its own storage space. This will be the vanity side for Colin's wife, and then
Okay.
this side over here, we're going to do a floating style vanity where Colin can get up underneath it, adapt the plumbing so we can hide it the best we can, and everything's going to match.
That's going to be nice, because this being open, then he can swing his legs out, spin without, you know, he has more mobility on the end.
Yes, sir.
Versus right here, he's kind of got a wall and a cabinet next to him.
Yep.
So, yeah, you guys have thought all this out. This is
We've
gonna
talked
be
about
nice.
it
Yeah.
for a
Will
few
we put all
times.
new tile floors? Because once you start tearing these up, I was wondering if this stuff can be saved. It just depends on the budget, right?
Yeah, and really if we're gonna adapt this area over here, we don't have this matching tile to go underneath
So,
it.
right, so
it's-
we're gonna have to do
it's,
something.
It's best to replace this down here.
Okay, so that's what happens. Every reaction has an action, you know. So when you make a change, so it sounds real simple. This floor looks nice, but as soon as you pull that cabinet out, there's no tile underneath it. And it seems like always these tiles, they always stop making them after a couple of years, so you can never
Right.
get a match.
Yeah.
So you're stuck with updating. That's good. So we want to update this bathroom and look like it's a new bathroom versus kind of a hodgepodge of things. So
Yes, sir.
you got
Yeah.
your work cut out for you.
And you're right, one thing leads into another. So as soon as you end up, raising these cabinets,
Now
now
we gotta do the
mirrors
mirrors.
gotta go up higher, and then do they impact where the light fixtures
fixtures are.
go? So everything kind of impacts another.
Another
piece
thing I
of it.
noticed too, Kyle, is that the faucets, typically when people have certain disabilities, hand mobility, whatever, when you have a faucet that you have to turn these on, I wonder if Kyle would be better served with a faucet with a single pull. I don't know. Have we
Yeah,
talked about that?
that's a great thought. We haven't talked about that yet for Colin, and be a good talking point when we see
Yeah,
him.
so
later.
this is things that they just go, well, I've always had it that way and never thought about it would be so much nicer if I had something like that. So we have to kind of get into his head a little bit and bring these things, make it available to him. I was looking at like the doorknobs for another thing too. I built homes for quadriplegics and they don't have hand mobility. A knob, you can't really move this, so a lever allows them to push it down and get into rooms.
Yes, sir.
So those are little tiny details that we all take for granted until you don't have that mobility. But
Right.
looks like there was a door here and we took it off. It looks like, right, you can see where the hinges were.
Correct.
I don't think it needs it. Maybe that is something we could, if you're in here painting, maybe you could clean that up a little bit for him, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'm spending everybody's money, but being a builder, I want to make it look real nice. But you can see where there was a hinge here and then there was a hinge here. It's like they had it swing it a couple different ways. But
Yeah. We also need to get him a new toilet here.
a higher one,
Yeah, well, not necessarily higher, but he's had it transfer so many times that it's no longer stable.
okay.
So it's the flanges underneath basically need to be pulled out and replaced.
Well, I'll talk to, we get some relationships with our plumbing company. I've done some stuff with Kohler, and let's see if we can come up with something here that fits Colin's needs. So,
Yeah.
yeah, those are all the little things that get kind of banged around. All right, so we're gonna tear out the tub, tile everything. So we have to buy a new cabinet for there, all new vanities, tops, sinks and tops, new faucets. Again, as you guys know, the most expensive part of a house is a kitchen and bathrooms. So we're not doing anything in the kitchen, we're just doing a bathroom, making it right. So
Yeah,
this
it's
small
just a
space
bathroom.
you can burn up money in a hurry in these areas. So tell me a little bit about your timeline on when we can start, and I'll give you an update on the money we've raised so our goal is hopefully to kind of pull the trigger here.
Great.
And get her going. Colin is in the hospital.
6 to 8 weeks is what they're talking, and so that's kind of our timeline to come in and get this all torn out and then get it all rebuilt.
Okay.
So we've got a realistic timeline to come in and do it.
Okay.
He went into the hospital today, and so I'm ready to get my crews on this tomorrow and get in as soon as we can if that works
All
out
right.
for you
Well,
guys.
good. Well, we're gonna give you a check here once we do our new total. I'm gonna check and see where we're at,
Okay.
and get you guys started. So this is fantastic. Let's. I'd like to
we're
go.
excited to be a part of this.
Oh,
and
perfect.
thank
You got
Brad,
quite a crew. You got 10
for
guys on
helping
your crew,
Colin
don't
out.
you?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to be able to help Colin out, and guys like Colin that they've done so much, in the military and a Marine. I always wanted to be a Marine, but I was too scared to go to boot camp. Yeah, that deterred me a little bit. So
Yes,
hats
sir.
off to you Marines out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
So here's some of the samples that we're looking at right now. We've got a floor like this where we're going to do natural stone that's on a mesh pad. This stuff is great for grit. You have a lot of grout in here. It seals really well. We're looking at doing a finish like this, kind of a marbled light neutral tone. And then in our bottle coves and a couple of accents, we're going to do a mosaic, kind of dress it up a little bit too.
So and then what do you have for the walls for the shower? So this is a floor, shower floor, right? You're thinking?
We're thinking this for the floor.
Okay, all right.
This for the accent strip, and
Okay.
then this tile here for the walls. And here's a few different cuts of similar
Colors, so.
Similar colors.
Yeah, I like it. That's beautiful. It's good looking stuff. So it won't be boring. It'll be kind of timeless. Look, I like it.
Yeah, it's going to be something that I'll be proud to have.
People have a toy garage, but check out Colin's. This is his hunting and fishing chair, huh? That's impressive. Kind of one of those go anywhere chairs. He's got his fishing rods ready to go. He's got like one of his kids can go fishing with him as well.
daughter. He's got
Yeah.
a daughter and he's got a son.
We gotta get him home so we can get back in the chair and do some fishing. All right, so Colin, here's one of his wheelchairs. What we're measuring is the height of the arms, even though these can come out. But when he's in his wheelchair, we wanna make sure this 31 inches, that's why we wanna go up about 32 or 33 roughly, so that when he's at the counter, this will roll in underneath. Otherwise it stops short and then you can't get your hands into the sink and get access. So these are the little attention to details that we have to pay attention to as we design Colin's bathroom. But I'm still so impressed with this. High-powered, it's got lights on the back. Oh my gosh, this is an all-terrain fishing chair. This is Colin's kind of man cave, or actually call it a dead zoo. Look at all these. This is impressive stuff. He's quite the outdoorsman. I don't even know what half these animals are. I have to go to my encyclopedia. You know any stories behind these?
I don't know any specific stories. This one looks like it might be new, and that might be from whenever we went hunting a couple years ago. Went out in the middle of a cornfield and laid down and covered up and spent the morning watching them fly over, and I think that's one of Colin's trophies right
Is that a
there.
is that a pintail by chance?
I'm not an avid bird hunter, so I can't tell you exactly what it was. I was kind of having to have them tell me, don't shoot that one.
What I've learned is Kyle and Colin are good friends. This is another benefit that Colin's life and what he needs, so you can modify his house. Because that's what part of this is the difficult part. What I've done, some people, friends of mine, are quadriplegics, that you really have to get into their personal life. It's kind of awkward. They don't want to share because just what it takes to get ready in the morning sometimes isn't always that pretty, but they get it done. So we need to find out they're left-handed, right-handed, how they get to wash their hands. With you being his buddy, he'll be more willing to share those kind of things with you. And I think that's what you've already done by adapting that into his new bathrooms.
I hope so. Been listening for a while at the little dreams that he has. So
Hopefully you guys jump on board and help us because we could use your help. We're willing to put the work in and some of our money as well as what we've been doing. So it's a big task, but we're up for it. We'll keep you posted on the progress. We've got a time schedule to meet, right, with this thing?
we sure
Well,
do.
all right, I'll hold you to it.
Sounds good.
Okay,
We're gonna make it happen.
all right. I think he's mentioned this to me on some of the comments, and he sent me some pictures in the past of his fish tank. I didn't realize how big it is, because it's huge. I would be mesmerized just sitting here watching all the fish go by. Wow, that's cool. That's got to be a lot of work keeping it nice and clean. Look, there he's got the U.S. Marine Corps right down there. Look, oh, I didn't see this guy.
Yeah, he helps keep it clean.
Oh, he's the cleaner. Kyle, it looks like you really got an awesome handle on what's going on in there.
Thank you.
And if you have some time, can we go look at some suppliers and maybe talk to them and see if we can get some help?
Absolutely, yeah. I got a couple guys that'd like to see us stop by and want to help us out.
Okay. All right. So you know the town. I'm first time ever to Houston, so we'll follow you. We got a nice rental car. If you can keep up, you know these rental cars, you're supposed to. Nothing drives faster, stops quicker, turns sharper than a rental car.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah, but
you want to drive it?
That's the goal in Texas is keep up. So.
Keep up. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if
Yeah.
we can keep up. Hey, on the way here, Kyle called me and said meet him at Floors and More. They are going to donate the tile. That's fantastic news for Colin's bathroom. So we're over here getting ready to meet Kyle. He's like me. He's always on his phone. That's a true contractor. Either driving or texting or talking to somebody.
That's true.
Hey, so that's awesome news. These guys are going to give us some tile.
All Floors and More is a company that we do a lot of business with. They take care of a lot of our tile work, flooring, wood floors. I let them know about the project, and they just let me know that they're going to donate the tile for the project.
Fantastic. Man,
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
We're going to get to go take a look at it.
Let's go inside and see what we're in for. That's great news.
We're coming in to look for some tile. We're going to be shooting a music video in here too. Hey, Jackie, right?
No, Kathy.
Kathy.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Kathy, I'm Brad.
Nice
Brad
to
Brown,
meet you.
and I'm sure they told you a little bit what we're doing.
I don't know if they did tell her because Charlton and Chris just let me know.
You are in need of tile. Yes.
Oh, you do know.
I do
don't?
know.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yes, so our tile section is right over here. What area of installation of the tile will be installed?
We're going to do tile on the walls
Okay.
in the shower.
Okay.
We're going to end up doing like a stone mosaic on the floor.
Perfect.
Do a little mosaics inside the soap dishes and maybe an accent. What they like is something that kind of has this marbled sort of white look to it with some earthy tones. That way it matches the rest of their house. For the wall, probably shiny to
Okay.
keep it easy to clean.
Here's why we have designers like you helping us, because
Yes.
you get guys like me, these all look almost, except for that one, pretty close to the same.
So I pulled
Yeah.
one that was a little bit more subtle, only because we haven't selected, all depending on what we choose there, you know, we want it to match and coordinate and make sure that that goes accordingly. I was thinking, looking at some of your pictures, I would say this would be the closest. Right.
This does have all the tones that they were kind of looking for.
And I definitely can find the pebbles, you know, to coordinate, just like your picture there. As far as the travertine, our travertine samples are going to be right here in this wing rack over here. So something that's in that tiramisu range is going to give you that medium tone, or we could go a little lighter.
So even like this, that sort of looks like porcelain could be, looks like travertine, could be something that aesthetically flows with it too.
Exactly.
And is not porous.
Something similar to this Jupiter collection. That's this right here. So you're getting that, you know, that look of a travertine, but not having to deal with the maintenance.
Yeah.
Is this the floor we're talking about now?
Ooh,
Or did you do the?
Yeah, the floor outside of the shower.
Oh, outside
Right.
the shower. Okay,
Yeah.
I got to keep up
Let's
with
see
these
how
guys. We need Tom the trimmer here who's
need some-
colorblind, so he can do this. I'm gonna buy Tom a pair of those glasses for his birthday. Everybody's talking about that. I want to see what Tom has been missing out on. I want him to see what he's been missing out on. Maybe he'll be a little nicer to me if he can see colors again. We'll get the the homeowner in here a little bit, but
Perfect.
I don't know. Kyle's in charge. He's already kind of knows what they want, but I mean, you can.
But what I can do is that gives me time, you know, that the pictures definitely helped.
Okay.
That way I can pair up some things so that when she does come in, I can have some things.
What we found is, you will
Sure.
know that when the homeowner, if you say here's A, B, and C versus A through Z, it's
Exactly.
overwhelming. Say here's
Right.
this, and then they go, I like that, or then you can box them in a little bit because it's a
Exactly.
little overwhelming.
That way I have the tile picked out, the floor tile, the wall tile,
Yeah.
the shower pan, and
Perfect.
the
They're real
mosaic.
easy.
Sure.
You can do your work now without anybody interrupting you, and then hopefully, you know, again, everything's in stock, and then we pull the trigger and
Right?
get her
And so
going.
that's what I'll do. I'll check availability, make sure we're good with everything.
Yeah, okay.
When do you think she'd be coming in?
Well, let me have Kyle find out.
Sure.
I mean, they're going through a lot right now. Her husband's just, they got into the hospital. He's gonna be there. That's why it's a perfect time for us to remodel the bathroom. He's gonna
Right.
be in there for 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully not that long. Kyle will be doing the remodel starting tomorrow, demoing But so obviously this is one of the last things that go in, so we've got some
Right.
time. So Kathy, you got your work cut out for you. I think this is looking beautiful. We'll send Kyle's wife in, and you guys can work it all out. But I really
Perfect.
appreciate you and your company.
Not
helping
a
Brad the
problem.
builder out.
Very
and-
nice meeting you.
Yeah, so you guys are going to be donating the tiles, I understand.
Yes,
So
we are.
That's a huge.
Always
that's a
happy
big,
to help
big
for good
upfront.
cause.
Yeah.
And you're doing good.
All Floors and More is going to donate all the tile, and thank you, Charlton and Chris Rich, the guys that manage this, and Charlton owns it. So
Perfect. That's
thank you guys very much.
Yeah, with Charlton and Chris Rich, you guys are fantastic. I appreciate that. The Brad the Builder family thanks you, and Colin's going to really benefit and his family. So thanks again for all your help and your support. Okay, so we're at the cabinet place. Kyle has got another contact for us. We're going to go inside and see if they will help us out and possibly give us a discount. Even better yet, maybe some free cabinets. So let's go inside. Kyle, what do you got us in for here? ProCraft Cabinetry?
Yeah, ProCraft Cabinetry. We get a lot of our prefab cabinets from here when we're not doing custom builds.
Okay.
One of the things I really like about them is they use all solid wood for their faces and for their doors, and then for their boxes on the cabinets they use all plywood.
So real
there's
durable stuff.
No particle boards, you know, kind of how we would build them ourselves, but pre-finished and little different assembly, but they're good cabinets. I've actually got them inside my house, and so
Okay.
that's how much faith I got in them.
Awesome. So we're going to
Yeah.
see if we can get these guys up for a call-in discount.
Yeah,
Think we
yeah,
can?
see if
All
we
right.
can get a call-in discount.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go inside and see
Let's
what
go take a look.
work your magic. You've done good
All right,
so far.
All right.
Got the dovetailed drawers. All right, I want to see what Kyle can do for us. He's been batting 1,000 so far.
Like to talk with Jen and maybe the management if you guys could help us out on pricing with this one.
She leaves for class. Our manager, Tao, is actually in Dallas right now. He will not be back until tomorrow. So it's kind of best you just try to schedule an appointment with them before coming in because they're just in and out.
We'll do. We're gonna look around
Yes,
just
sir.
real quick, get some ideas.
Okay.
You guys also provide the countertops too?
No, sir, we're just cabinets.
I think that they like the white style. What's most popular right now is their shaker. And we can see if they're interested in this sort of cream antique look right there.
Well, you don't need a whole lot. Here's one base for under Jen's cabinet, right?
Mhm.
And then we'll need tower or something like this that would be by the shower for the
Yeah,
linen.
yeah, full up, right? Maybe something, you know, similar.
Oh, there we
to-
go. In the end would look like.
to this right here. Put a wall here and then the shower would.
Yeah,
come
so
off
this would be the
right.
linen, would work out perfect. Fill that space in, then like you said, build a wall, shower, and then, yeah, hopefully they'll help us out. Tell them we'll just take this one right here.
Yep, yep.
They need to remodel. Yeah, I think that tower kind of helps everybody understand what we're trying to do.
This one piece right here would make a huge difference for them in storage.
Well, let's see if we can check in on Colin. We are waiting for Colin to get checked into his room. He's at the hospital. We'll be there for a while, but yet I haven't received any word from him. Have you?
Not yet, still waiting.
Not yet, so.
As soon as he's ready, we'll head that way though.
Okay. All right, so Kyle, I brought you some construction gear.
Hey,
plenty
beautiful.
of, there's 10 shirts in there because I understand you got 10 guys on your crew.
Yeah, one for everybody.
One for
Thank you.
everybody, and there's different sizes, so you sent me the numbers we needed. I made sure they've been laundered, they're nice and clean. There's that diesel we've been talking about. So what we'll do too, now I got you full of laundry, we're gonna get you a GoPro so we can film the whole process. So kind of enjoy the ride as well when you guys are doing your work. So we'll have a time lapse that we'll all get to benefit on and the viewers get to see. So I know you've got, what we figure, 8 weeks. We're hoping, even though in the construction, we tell ourselves 8, but we tell the subs 6, don't we?
Yeah.
Or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah, because they'll take 8, we'll be 9. So we gotta be done. So we'll tell everybody 6 weeks, and we'll keep track of it. So you guys, all of us, will be able to share the ride as Kyle gets all the work done.
Happy
Appreciate
to share
it.
the process.
All right. So thanks for doing this. And here's a couple hats as well.
Awesome.
We're running short on hats because we've been selling them like crazy. Everybody wants a Brad the Builder hat, so
That's
we got you
good.
too. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you bet. All right, we've been driving through Houston traffic. We're now at the VA. We're going to go upstairs and check on Colin. I guess he's got his room, so this will be the first time we get to meet each other. So I'm excited to see how he's doing. Okay, we made it inside. Got to wear a mask. It's mandated. We're on our way to see Colin and his the spinal unit. I'm excited to meet him. All right, let's go see Colin.
How are you, sir?
Hey, how are you? We checked out your house. Good seeing you, man. How are you? Let me help you out with the pillow behind you. I'll take a hug. Heck yes. Man, you got quite a friend there.
Colin, so great to meet you.
This here.
Me too, sir.
I'm Theo, by the way.
Yeah,
So
Theo.
nice to meet you.
Theo's been making all the cutting boards and man, look
Working
at
your
you.
butt off.
You got the Brad the Builder hat on.
Well, the shirt, at the
Yeah.
restaurant got so stinky, I wasn't gonna wear it here.
Oh, I heard you had a steak last night.
I
Was it?
did.
Yeah.
I had a 20-ounce bone-in prime rib.
Holy cow. Yeah, we need to eat a few more of those, or Stan, you've lost some weight.
Oh my god. I'm bones.
Kyle took us over to your house and we got the tour. I like your your dead zoo. Did you shoot all those different animals?
Yes, sir.
Have you really?
Yes, sir.
Oh my
Got one
gosh.
in there, and the duck and the whitetail that's on the table in there. That used to be my dark room,
Oh.
and obviously you've seen what it turned into.
Yeah.
Little
And I
girls
saw
in-
your fishing chair in the garage. 4x4, yeah.
That goes through snow, mud, water, Florida sand, Texas sand.
That
It's
thing
amazing.
it's an all-terrain. It's impressive.
It's almost 500 pounds.
Oh, oh my gosh.
So we have four-wheeler ramps that it drives
Drive
straight
up,
into
put,
the back.
put,
into
move
my
that
crate
around.
up.
Ah, you guys sit in the back of the truck and drive to the
I
destination.
did that with my
Which-
old truck, and I got up there and I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get down now? So we had to knock on your neighbor's door for him to pull me down.
Put you. That's all right. Well, that's good. You a fan of flares?
I am.
Yeah. He signed some hats for you.
Oh, awesome.
So you got one to wear. I don't know all the ducks hats. He wanted you to have these for you. So
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
we'll
no,
go
you're-
with my...
they're not as good looking as the Brad the Builder hat, but they're pretty close second.
No,
Yeah.
these are perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 hours for the COVID test. So get back,
Oh, and you passed.
of course.
That's why we're here. Yeah, you passed all that. That's awesome.
Then all the doctors came in with their little ducklings.
The crew that worked.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking to Theo about. That.
Then the nurses came in with the cameras and measuring all the wounds and everything. And next thing that's going to happen is the spinal cord, plastic surgeons, ducklings are going to come down and talk to me about the morning. I am getting a sand bed.
Great.
The hots. So that's why I brought my oscillating fan. 98 degrees.
Oh, it stays that temperature all the.
Yes, sir.
Why is that? What's that do? The 98 degree.
You can
sand?
stay in one position for days,
Oh,
and you won't get a wound on your butt or anything.
is that where your
Sand-
wound is? Is on your backside?
No, it's right here.
Right there on your side, huh?
Massive.
close to your hip?
Yeah, well,
I
I
couldn't
came
tell
in-
from the pictures you sent.
well, I came in January to get the back fin pump put in.
Mhm.
I came in weighing 167, left here weighing 133. All the bones are poking out. I mean, look at my bony knees.
Yeah.
Did they set you up with some nutritionists to make sure
Yeah,
that your diet is to kind of get what you need? More?
I'll get the inshores
Okay.
twice a day, and my fruit, my cheese.
So I mean, is your weight stabilized at all, or have you continuously lost weight or less?
No, so they weighed me this morning, and I'm 137, so I've gained 4 pounds since I left here February 6th.
Okay, so you haven't kept going the opposite direction.
Yeah,
But
make
I
the
mean,
turn.
4 in
Yeah.
a very long time. It's dreadful.
I think I had 4 pounds. He took us to a barbecue where we went to Roy's.
Went to Rudy's.
Rudy's.
Oh,
Rudy's.
okay. Right
Yeah.
there at Fairbanks?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have brought you some barbecue.
What do you call the guys that aren't full doctors?
Residents?
Residents.
Residents and interns.
I call them ducklings because they just
Yeah, they
walk
look like
around.
ducklings. Yeah, kind of wall around and follow.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to do the debridement
Debridement, yeah.
of this one for sure.
Well, you didn't mention to me you had more than one. You have more than one spot?
I have 3.
Oh my gosh! I just sent me the one picture.
I thought you had
didn't.
the
I
one.
didn't
Well,
realize
I'm not
you-
going to send you a picture of my.
Oh, okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But still, okay.
We did, but
so
it's a
they-
big blur. They have to just
Yeah,
blur
just
that
kinda
out.
blur it
It's
out.
I got that while I was in the hospital last time. Actually, I got that in November, and it's almost closed up. But they're gonna do debridement on it because there's that gray tissue. What's it called? It starts with an S.
Granulation tissue.
That's close to
Starting,
it.
yeah.
Well,
So they're gonna
I
make sure
I
it
don't
heals
want
properly.
them to mess with my butt because it's doing fabulous. I asked my nurse how long does she think it'll be, and she said maybe 6 weeks and it'll be totally healed.
Okay.
But once they put a knife to it,
Well, sometimes when you take all that kind of bad tissue off, it allows it to heal faster. If you're going to be in here for the other stuff, they might as well do what they can do to treat the other areas involved.
What's that?
Andrew, I'm at your Possum Lodge. I got to wear a mask.
Oh, really?
Hey, I'm here with Colin Doyle. I want you to say hi.
hey, what's
Colin,
going?
what's up, buddy?
Not a lot. Thank you for the hats, man.
Absolutely.
That was really nice seeing Colin. I think he's obviously in the right place. He's getting some good care, and hopefully we'll be out of here sooner than the next 8 weeks. That'd give you plenty of time to get that bathroom all done. You're quite the good friend for Colin. You guys have known each other for a long time, and we got the right guy involved, and with Theo helping out too, for all the way from Arkansas. So we got Arkansas, Nebraska, Houston, Texas, and we need your guys' help to help us finish this up. We're getting a lot of stuff donated by the local people, but this is a very expensive remodel and it's very important. So if you click the link below, we'll take anything you guys can give us, because 100% of this money goes to help Colin. And I really appreciate your support, and let's make this thing happen for him, because I know we can do it. So thanks guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys on the next job site. Theo, tell me why you got involved with Colin Doyle. What made you get so involved with the cutting boards? Really taking a big step. I mean, most people just give a little bit of money, but you've gone way up beyond the call of duty, I would say.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm kind of at a point in my life where I have the ability to kind of give back and, you know, do something good for some people. But what makes this kind of different is that, you know, I came across your Instagram, and Colin was having some issues, but it was an opportunity to actually help someone directly without a middleman. So, you know, usually if you give to, you know, different organizations, you got middlemen, you got CEOs, you got administration. You don't know if the money you give actually gets to the people that need it.
Like the big name fundraisers.
You know, that's how that works. I mean, you know, people that actually need it might get maybe 10 or 20% of what you actually contribute. But with this, I mean, we have the ability to actually go straight to the person in need, and they get like 100%. I mean, that's unheard of. You give people money, you know, for things like this.
You know, too, it's also we're very transparent. We want to see the people involved. Like we went and visited Colin. We want to make sure that we're giving it to the people that really do exist. You know, there's a lot of people out there that have been doing fake or, you know, fraud, if you will. We don't want to be taken advantage of either. And Colin, and there's a lot of people like Colin out there that need help, but because there's fraud out there, people are hesitant to give money.
And that's the big difference here, is that I trust you. You know, I know Colin is a real person. I know that he has real needs, and you know, I mean, what better way to give someone, you know,
so the viewers, the people, they can be a part of something and actually see it taking place. And I think that's what makes this so special.
I mean, how many times you know you're involved with like a fundraiser where it's like, hey, you know, give this money to a certain charity, and you know, we'll put it to good use. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah, you don't know.
I mean, where's the money going?
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't like that. I think, you know, when this kind of developed, it's like, you know, I know this is going to go to Colin. Yeah. I know we're going to help someone, and you know, his kids and his family. It's a direct gift, and it's
what I hope to be able to do is, this is not just a one-time deal. If this could be the platform that we can build on through Colin in the future, we keep raising more money and more viewers want to be involved and participate in what we're creating here, that we can find another Colin Doyle out there.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean,
I'm going to go give this to Kyle to get things started for Colin Doyle's remodel. It's a $6,000 check, and we need to raise a little more money, but we're off to an excellent start. All right, so we're going to get things started off here with a $6,000 check to get Colin's things rolling. So hopefully there's more coming if we get a little help from everybody, but with your help and all the extra Theo's help and your help, continue to keep raising money. And I appreciate your help on getting other people to donate some things. And we're trusting you with the GoPro to keep us up to date on what's going on.
We'll film it and keep you updated on the process.
Okay. All right. Put that to some good use. I know you will.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brad the Builder. Today I'm here to ask for your help. We have a member of the Brad the Builder family, Colin Doyle. He is in a wheelchair. He's also an ex-Marine that has toured in Iraq and has 2 Purple Hearts. He is currently in the hospital, has been in and out of the hospital for the last several years. And what I've learned is Colin is in desperate need of a barrier-free, handicap-accessible bathroom, and also some parts of his home as well. So I'm here to ask for your help. I want to raise $20,000 so that we can go down, and I have a contractor that I've been working with that will come in and help us get the labor, do the demo, but we have to raise this money to buy the expensive materials that it takes to put this together. I've done several of these in my market, and the bad part is these handicap accessible items are extremely expensive, and that's why it's hard to really see them in homes. But we're going to make this happen with your help so that Colin Doyle can come home from the hospital and spend less time in the hospital and more time with his family. I also have a friend, Theo, down in Little Rock, Arkansas, is extremely talented. I want to show you what he is going to do for Colin by building these beautiful cutting boards.
Welcome to my shop. It's a nice chilly day in Arkansas. This is where I do most of my woodworking. Brad and I are working on a project together. We're going to try to raise some money to help some disabled veterans out. My part of it is I'm using all this scrap lumber to see if I can build some cutting boards and some other things. And you can see around in my shop, I'm kind of in the process of quite a few things. Here's an example of one that I'm working on. This is actually, a lot of people do these projects and they end up throwing this wood away, but I mean, some of this wood is actually pretty impressive. This is a zebra wood. This is wingy. I have it all clamped up right now. You cut it down and, this is obviously the early stages. But once I get it cleaned up, this board is going to be spectacular.
As you can see, those are some beautiful cutting boards. Theo has actually sent one up to me. There's only a limited supply. We have 30 of these cutting boards that are going to be made available free to you with a donation on my website. If that's too much money, you can just donate cash to help with the funds, or I have hats and I have shirts that anytime you buy those on my website, 100% of all these funds are going towards Colin's cause. I'm confident that we can make this happen, and with your help, we can change Colin's life. So please donate now. I'm Brad the Builder, and as always, I'll see you guys at the next job site.